You know, right in the middle of Prohibition, this incredible story took place that's just a fantastic look at what it takes to build a real partnership when everything's against you. It's the story of the Somerset Partnership, and honestly, it might just make you rethink what success really looks like.
So the whole thing really boils down to this one kind of crazy question. Can two people from worlds that are complete opposites, we're talking a Boston banker and a Cuban smuggler, can they actually get together and redefine the entire American dream? I mean, it sounds like something out of a movie, right? Let's dive in. All right, so let's meet the two people at the center of all this. On one side, you've got Thomas Whitmore. He is the textbook definition of the establishment. Harvard educated, from old money, his entire life basically planned out for him. And on the other side, Maria Santos. She's a survivor, a builder. She literally built her smuggling business from the ground up after her father was killed by competitors. So you see the contrast? He's got everything to lose and she has got everything to prove. So how do these two even end up in the same room? Well, it all starts with a very unlikely alliance. It was supposed to be just a business deal, but, well, it turned into something so much more.
Okay, here's the pitch. It's March of 1923. Thomas, he's smart, he can see the writing on the wall, Prohibition is not going to last forever. So he goes to Maria with an offer. He's got these legitimate, federally approved warehouses and all the right banking connections. What he needs from her is her know-how and her supply chain. The goal for both of them? To be perfectly set up for the exact moment alcohol becomes legal again.
But right from the very beginning, there's this massive trust issue. You can just feel the tension. Maria translates this warning from her mentor, and she's basically putting that huge class divide right on the table. She's met guys like Thomas before, and she is not buying it. This was never, ever going to be an easy partnership. Yeah, and she was absolutely right to be skeptical, because as their business starts to take off, their two worlds don't just meet. They completely collide. And this is where their partnership gets put through the ringer, by family, by social class, and by the law itself. So, from one side, you have the voice of the establishment, Thomas's father, Charles. To him, this is all just black and white. Maria and her crew? They're criminals, period. A total stain on the family name and a threat to the perfect future he's laid out for his son. The pressure on Thomas is just immense. But this is where you see Thomas start to change. His response to his father is a real turning point. He's not just seeing Maria as some business contact anymore. He sees her worth, her grit, and how totally unfair his father's judgment is. He's actively choosing a new set of values over the ones he was raised with. And the conflict wasn't just coming from the outside. Maria herself calls out this huge problem right at the heart of their partnership. See, when federal agents raid one of their warehouses, Thomas just uses his family name to make the problem go away. And she realizes, yeah, we might be partners, but with his privilege, we are not even close to being equals. Okay, so all of this is building and building until it hits a breaking point, a single moment where they both have to make the ultimate choice. Are they going to take the easy way out and just save themselves, or are they going to try to find a way through all this chaos together? Just picture this. It's October 1923, and everything just explodes all at once. The feds are getting closer, violent rivals are making moves on Maria's turf, and to top it all off, Thomas's father gives him that final ultimatum. It's Maria or the family. Every single wall is closing in on them at the exact same time. And right in the middle of all this madness, they each get an offer, a way out. Thomas's dad arranges a deal for him to walk away scot-free, just claim he was tricked. And the feds offer Maria a much lighter sentence if she flips on him. Each of them has a golden ticket to save their own skin, but it means throwing the other one to the wolves. And this is it. This is the moment that defines absolutely everything. Thomas turns down his father's offer. He's facing losing his family, his inheritance, his entire social standing, and he makes his choice. He doesn't want an escape hatch for himself. He wants a real solution for both of them. Their commitment to each other had become more important than their own self-preservation. And they don't just say it, they show it with these really powerful symbolic acts. She gets rid of her pistol, the thing that represented her entire life as a smuggler. He takes his Harvard ring, the symbol of his privilege and his past, and throws it right into the harbor. They put all their money together and commit to building something totally new, something legitimate, as true equals. So, this is the part of the story where they stop running away from their old worlds and start building a new one. This is all about what their new American dream ended up looking like,
one that wasn't built on inheritance or survival, but on a real partnership. You can see how their whole mindset just shifted. Before, the foundation of their lives was inherited status for him and just pure survival for her. Now, it's shared growth and mutual respect. Their goal wasn't about preserving a family name or just staying alive anymore. It was about building something that would last. And maybe the most important part, they redefined what family meant. It wasn't just about blood. It was about choice and shared values. And get this, it wasn't just about the two of them. Maria's crew, the 12 families who had always relied on her, they believed so much in this new partnership that they pulled their life savings to invest. This wasn't just a business anymore. It was a whole community built on an incredible amount of trust. And you know what? It worked. It totally worked. Just 16 months later, by the spring of 1925, the Somerset Importing Company is a huge success. They've built this thriving, completely legitimate business down in Tampa. They're expecting their first child, and the end of Prohibition is right on the horizon. Against all odds, they won. Later, when someone asks what they'll tell their child about their crazy past, Maria just nails the perfect takeaway. A real partnership, she says, isn't about one person protecting the other. It's about a bond that makes both people stronger than they ever could have been alone. And that really just leaves us with one final thought to chew on. We spend so much time talking about finding the right partner, whether it's in business or in life. But this story, the Somerset Partnership, it suggests something really different. What if the best partnerships aren't something you just stumble upon? What if there's something you have to consciously and sometimes courageously choose to build?